Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live. Who needs Raw?
What's up? It's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw.
Oh, baby, I like it Raw. Oh, baby, I like it Raw. And you are tuned in to Going In Raw right now. How you doing?
Hey friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and also available in audio podcast form wherever audio podcasts are available, including the iTunes, Stitcher Radio, soundcloud.com/Steve and Larson, Podbean, Google Play, iHeartRadio. I think it's there. I have no idea. Sometimes people tweet at me at MFSteve here, at Joy of Bearding for that guy, and they're like, I don't know what's there or not, Steve. I don't know what to tell you, man. We upload it to our thing, and this is supposed to disseminate.
Yeah, it's supposed to go where it goes.
It goes out into the ether. I don't have any control over anything in this world, but really, do we ever? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get philosophical about things. I'd rather just do that than talk about wrestling today, because SmackDown was just not that great of a show. We had the more I think about Raw from Monday, from beginning to end, that was a really good show.
Yeah,
that was a pitch perfect show.
And for the second week in a row, SmackDown was a little shaky, especially in the first half.
Yeah,
both last week and this week, the second half was better.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Than the first.
We'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get into details, but first, got to thank all our patrons out there at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. You guys can go and sign up for any number of reward tiers where you guys can subscribe to us and then either watch the live stream that we do earlier in the day on Mondays, or Tuesdays rather, and then, or you can get a postcard or a t-shirt or some crap. Speaking of t-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. That's where you can find the official Going In Raw t-shirt. It's not that one that you got on. That's
that's for
$50 patrons right there. Yeah. That's the big money shirt. And I'm going to upload this design here because I always like this design.
Yeah, that's a good design.
I was always really happy with this design. Anyways, it's new. You can get the shirt there. You can support Going In Raw that way.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to kick in if you don't trust the Patreon, if you don't want to go there and be like, what is this? They're asking for my credit card number. You can go to ProWrestlingTees.com and say, what is this? They're asking for my credit card number. Either way, look, man, they're going to get your info. Your shit is not safe. Nobody is safe ever in any venue. I'm joking. All those places are safe.
Yeah, those places are safe, but
I'm buying our shirt is totally safe.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I guess we should talk about SmackDown today.
Yeah, let's talk about SmackDown.
So like you said, the first hour was meh. The second hour was it started off with a Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss contract signing.
Let me ask you something.
What?
I kind of feel like they've done this before. Did they have a contract signing before their match they were supposed to have at No Mercy but didn't end up having?
Yeah, they let these two talk a lot. They did that.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that already. We did a contract signing. I'm pretty sure we did.
I feel like I'm almost
positive
they've done that before. Yeah, we've seen it before.
But nobody went through a table before.
No.
And in this case, so is this going to be? And I keep on forgetting. Is this going to be a TLC match? Is it going to be a tables match? What kind of match is this?
It hadn't been announced as such, but maybe since Alexa put Becky through a table, maybe that's going to be announced between now and Sunday.
What is this called? No Mercy?
TLC.
TLC 2016. Sorry, I got my pen in my mouth. The pen is useless because I don't have my thing. Let's see here. Okay.
What does Wikipedia tell us?
Well, I'm going to find out. Wikipedia, TLC.
As far as I know, there's been no stipulation added to the match.
Well, its sponsors are...
That's not what we want to know.
WWE Supercard.
Okay.
And K Jewelers. I thought Snickers was one of their sponsors.
No, that's for WrestleMania.
They're already talking about WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Tonight when they mentioned Snickers?
Yeah.
It was for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They did the same thing on Raw last night.
This is the one that's going to be in Dallas?
What? TLC?
SmackDown brand, December 4th, 2016, yeah.
Yeah.
Tables match. That's why she got put through a table. Right here, confirmed. We get the exclusive at Going in Raw.
Well,
We're announcing that
it's on Wikipedia. It's not exclusive.
For all those of you wondering, yes, we are going to cover 205 Live on our Dirt Sheet episode.
Yeah.
So you're going to get that coverage a couple days later.
Yeah.
Austin Aries is on commentary.
That's so good.
That's all. I'm and
so
Corey
excited.
Graves together.
That's going to be so awesome.
I hope that they just sort of. I know they're not going to be able to like. Yeah, as long as Morrow's there, they're not going to be able to talk over him. In fact, I think Stephen Fenris or Jeff, one of those guys, mentioned that they're watching just now because it's on right now as we tape this.
Yeah.
Said that Morrow drowns them both out. Doesn't give them any shine. So I want them to take over. Powerbomb him through a table. Yeah, so we've got... Okay. So we're going to do our predictions episode on Thursday. But just a quick rundown here. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose in a full-on TLC match.
Yes.
Becky Lynch, Alexa, tables match. Miz, Dolph Ziggler, ladder match. Nikki versus Carmella, no DQ match. Kalisto, Baron Corbin, chairs match. And tag team titles against the Wyatt family and Heath Slater and Rhino. Doesn't specify. Nothing right now.
Yeah. So
the contract signing. Let's just talk about this for a sec. Alexa Bliss, and this is, I'm not blaming her, I'm blaming the promo people, unless I would assume she doesn't have full liberty to go out and say anything she wants. But the promo people wrote her some pretty scathing anti-Irish things to say to Becky Lynch. Go back to your potato farm, or did they teach you this in your potato farm? Now, I know that there are people out there who think we live in a time that's too PC. And I think sometimes there's some validity to that. I think we're kind of past the point where it's cool to offend pretty much any ethnic or cultural group. I mean, like, if someone of Becky, it just adds this layer of uncomfortability.
Yeah.
And it's just so unnecessary.
Yes, exactly.
Because she piled on so thick. And I put the question out there on Twitter at Real Going in Raw when we were live tweeting. I said, is it cool for her to say potato farm to Becky Lynch? And no, everybody was saying no. And there are some things where it's like, oh, why are you not allowed to say that? That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things out there that people just get too, in my opinion, people get too uproar. And I'm not going to say what that is right here because that opens up a whole can of worms. But I'm pretty sure when you start diving into the cultural stereotypes, regardless of the culture, it's just not cool anymore.
Yeah, it's not cool at all.
We're kind of past that.
Yes.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, I don't know.
No, I agree with you completely.
Talking about Lucky Charms, really? Come on.
I know.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not huge on that. Because somebody brought up the fact that I guess they were at the Heel Enhancement Talent Bar last night or the night before on Raw. They were talking shit to Sheamus about being Irish too. And that seemed a bit more not offensive. I mean, they didn't say, I don't remember them being like too offensive with it.
I think it was just one.
There was one dude who was like, you got your funny hair and your funny beard, but he didn't really, I don't think he said anything explicitly. Maybe he did, but it was more undertones than like straight up saying, go back at your potato farm. You know, I mean, I'll be honest. I doubt I don't know. I'm not Irish myself. I have no idea if I would care if I was Irish, if it'd be a big deal. I just feel like in this day and age when culture stuff seems to be kind of a hot topic in a lot of areas of culture, of art, society, pop, whatever you want to call it, probably just best to choose another avenue.
And as you said,
go down.
As you said earlier, it seems unnecessary.
It's unnecessary.
You have Becky, who's extremely over, and you have Alexa, who's very good at generating heat.
Yeah.
There's probably dozens.
There's a million other
millions of other ways you could cut a heel promo and get heat.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of bunk, to be honest with you. Wasn't really cool with that.
Yeah.
Because I think our friend O. Jefferson mentions in one of the questions, he says, if this was like a Chinese dude that was, or a Chinese competitor, and she starts running down the equivalent stereotype, no way. There's no way you can get away with that. Why is it cool? Because it's Irish. You know what I mean? You can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Man. It's not
don't
the
do it.
world we live in anymore.
Don't do it.
Anyways, I don't want to be on a high horse or anything. It's just, I understand that we live in a certain day and age.
Anyways.
So yeah, that happened. Becky got put through a table. She sold it later on. I think, according to somebody, she called Alexa Bliss a bitch later. Several people on my Twitter, I didn't catch it myself.
Yeah, I
several,
didn't either.
Several people on my Twitter said, did she just call her a bitch? So I don't know if that actually happened. If it didn't, I apologize. But according to Twitter, several different places, several different people said that it happened. So I trust you guys. Somebody else tweeted, I forgot to mention this during the Raw show. That Roadblock, that Raw pay-per-view, end of the line, they should use the Traveling Wilbury song as their theme song.
Yeah.
Very folksy.
Yeah.
End of the line. Anyways, let's see here. Continuing on.
Yes.
Dolph and Kalisto had a match versus Miz and Corbin.
Yeah.
Red Baron.
Have they announced? Oh yeah, sorry.
Like
so
a
you
very
have
thrown together.
Yeah, it
match.
is. It's one of those matches that they have done historically, where you take two matches at the pay-per-view and you combine the competitors from those two matches into two tag teams and have them have a match, the go-home show before the pay-per-view.
I know, it's always crap. And it's like they said, well, we wanted to give James Ellsworth a good 10 minutes to shine. So we're not going to do anything good between these guys because we want James Ellsworth to have 10 minutes. I'm so tired of James Ellsworth. I'm tired of him, aren't you? You have to be.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. I don't want to see him anymore. But anyways, this was a match that happened. Dolph Ziggler and Kalisto versus Miz and Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin, he came out of this looking the strongest. He took a chair to, what was it? He took a chair to Kalisto?
Yeah.
That's good because it's a chairs match that he's in with Kalisto.
Yeah.
And then what did Miz and Dolph do at the end there?
I don't remember. Miz brought a ladder out from under the ring and set it up against the ring post.
They're in a ladders match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when there was a spot, I was busy doing something else. So I didn't know it was the exact spot, but I know one of the commentators said that Miz took Dolph out of action from the match.
Yeah, Miz took Dolph out like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
That might have been the line.
I remember he said Quentin Tarantino movie at one point. I don't think it was during this match.
Yeah.
He did this. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie. Goodness, block party, Twitter troglodyte. Ooh, Tom Phillips is down there. It's saying nothing. I won't let him get a word in edgewise. Bull, Dolph Ziggler, Miz. American Alpha gave an interview. They're the nerdiest guys alive.
They were so good
nerdy.
and natural on the mic in NXT, or at least more so than they've shown on SmackDown.
Look, this is the same thing. I've said this a million times. Hopefully we got some new viewers or new listeners listening because I'm going to say it again. We saw their story progress from nothing to something good in NXT.
Yes.
We literally saw these guys form an alliance. It was very reluctant on Jordan's side, but what's his face? Gable, convinced him to come aboard. And they have completely stalled in that storyline. And the brand split was how long ago? The draft, rather, was in July. And they've done nothing with them as a team in terms of their chemistry. Look at what they've done with Heath Slater and Rhino. They slapped those two guys together and they made gold out of them.
I know.
And they're still, and it's like, granted, we don't have a lot of like Heath Slater, Rhino character arcs going on right now.
Yeah.
But they're always waiting to be underestimated.
But also all of the character work they did prior to them winning the titles. Mm-hmm. Like the episode last night, where at the end they're watching the tag team match backstage. Mm-hmm. And you have Slater with his shirt saying, I got kids.
Yeah.
There's his story in one shirt. And you have Rhino standing next to him eating a bag of chips.
Yeah.
That's kind of his story in one bit of business.
Exactly, yeah.
So we just by seeing Heath's shirt and Rhino's eating habits.
Mm-hmm. And body language.
Yeah, we're reminded of their entire story.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't take a 5-minute promo.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to happen. Just
and
seeing
American
that.
Alpha had like a 3-minute little interview segment where they said absolutely nothing. And they come off as so, like, I use the word nerdy as this catch-all expression for lacking in character, but also that sort of unnatural. It's kind of the Apollo Crews thing. I've said it kind of before, But I honestly think that Gable and Jordan both have more charisma, natural charisma in their little finger than Apollo Crews does. I just feel that way. That's the case with him. I think that he needs to unlock his, and I think theirs has been unlocked.
Yeah.
Just they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
And so when they give an interview and they're just talking about all these positive things about how we're going to do this and we can do special powers too. We can levitate. So we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it's just so dorky. And it's like nobody cares. Nobody wants that anymore. What is it, 1995?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that anymore. Are you the dynamic dudes now? Give me a break. By the way, remember I was telling you earlier that I was watching some old WCW from 1989?
Yeah.
One of them was an amazing video package featuring the dynamic dudes.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have to. One of these days, we have to get liquored up and watch that episode because there was so much good about that episode.
That's cool.
Anyways,
But this American Alpha
yeah,
interview was followed by a Wyatt family promo.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Randy Orton is such a good Wyatt.
I know.
He is such a good Wyatt. If it was just for the aesthetics, if it was just, I mentioned this on Twitter. He needs to walk into a Hot Topic and Wyatt up. That's what he needs to do. He needs to walk into a Hot Topic, Wyatt up, or one of those, what do they call those supply stores they got out here where you can get like construction worker gear?
Bare bones workwear?
Yes, exactly.
You know what I thought would be cool for him to do is take like various bits of his old merchandise
Oh, yeah.
and kind of chop it up.
Oh, that'd be good.
And piece it together
And, like-
for some new ring gear.
Like, leave it out in the sun for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, put it in some water. Put it in like a pool because I think the chlorine does
Bleach
something.
it, yeah.
Because I've done that back when we had a pool.
Yeah, it's bleach.
I used to act like my shirts would fall into the pool for whatever reason. And then I take it out and I just leave it there because I'm terrible.
Yeah.
And it would just, it would bleach it. Yeah, exactly. And so it'd look all weird. And I can never, like my Inside Gaming 2010 shirt, it has that shit on it.
Yep.
It's so comfy though. That's
I
like
know,
the
it's a
most
great
comfy.
shirt.
That's the comfiest shirt. So anyways, yeah, no, you're right. I think it's a great idea. That's what he should do. He should bleach. He should do that and then bleach it.
Yeah.
Sun bleach it.
Yeah.
And then it'd be rad.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
He's
awesome.
such a good Wyatt.
I know.
Bray, now I see. What a great line. Now I see, Bray. But the only question is, and he turns to Luke Harper, just sitting there, he's all, are you going to do what you need to do? Luke. No, he calls him Harper. Harper, take Kane to hell.
Yeah.
Send Kane back to hell. And of course, Harper doesn't do that in an amazing match.
Yeah, they gave Kane and Luke Harper 12 or 15 minutes or so.
This was like a pay-per-view quality match. I mean, I think they've been having these guys go at it either on the house show circuit or something because they had a great match. They had a pre-show match at the pay-per-view, which a lot of people, I didn't see, but a lot of people said was good at Survivor Series.
Well, Luke Harper's got a lot of talent.
Luke Harper is so talented.
And Kane's a veteran.
I hope this whole Wyatt thing like leads to not just Randy versus Bray, but Randy versus Luke as well. Like, I want to see this is going to be intriguing where it's going to go, especially considering the main event. We'll get to that in a sec. So anyways, the Wyatts cut a promo on American Alpha, which was great because they are always great. Did you think? I think that Randy gets such a kick out of working with Bray and vice versa.
I think so.
I think they get a kick out of working together, man. I love that shit.
Randy's great when he's energized, when he's inspired, when he's into his work.
And he's that right now.
Yep.
And I wonder if it's number one reason because he's working with Bray. That's one of the questions. I always try to think now that we've had some limited experience interviewing these guys. I always wonder like some of the more difficult interviews. Like Randy, it'd be kind of hard because Randy I think would probably be a really intimidating guy. You know what I mean? Because he's Randy Orton.
Yeah.
You're just used to seeing him kick people's heads in.
Yeah.
But that's sort of an interesting question. Like, what do you enjoy working with Bray? Like, what about him? Are you, or if he's just like, no, they just tell me what to do. He's a dick about it. I said, Randy, you really do go doo-doos in somebody's duffel bag before? What was that about? I would ask, did you do it in the toilet, get a glove, or did you just go butt to bag?
What do you think it is?
Well, it has to be butt to bag.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
That's weird though. What if somebody walks in and you take the bag in a stall?
I don't know.
What do you think? Just speculate.
It's funnier if he did it in the locker room.
Well, yeah. It's funnier if the bag is over here and he's pooping in his hand and he puts it in the hand and then Kane walks in.
No,
why are you doing that?
no,
just poop in the bag.
It's funnier if he's squatting over the bag.
That is funny.
That's the funniest.
That is funnier. And he looks down at it. And then he because he doesn't have any toilet paper on hand, but he don't want shit butt, he waddles
Why doesn't he just take his shirt out of the bag?
Ew, that's too far.
Why?
That's too far.
Do you think he pooped all over the entire bag? I'm sure it's just one pile.
Yeah, it's
There aren't
one pile of poo in the bag.
Maybe there's an item of clothing that's not affected by the poo pile, and he can wipe with that.
I know, but then you're pooing in a pile and you're taking their shirt and you're white, and like that's mean. That goes from joke to mean.
I think it's mean to begin with. Pooping in someone's bag is mean.
No, it's joke. It's funny.
No, it's not that funny.
It's pretty funny. I would be pissed, but in the long run, I'd see the joke about it. Especially if I was cool with the guy after that. If it was like, oh, this is a hazing thing. Well, that's not that bad because I'm not getting hurt. You're just crapping in my bag. I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? And then
pretty mean.
People laugh.
It's pretty mean.
You need to get a thicker skin. I'll have to shit in your bag one day. I go doo-doo.
You wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that. That was weird. That'd be weird.
It would be weird.
After this long. Carmella and Nikki. Carmella came out and dropped a promo, talked about Nikki's boobas.
She said that
Her boo-boos.
well, before that, Carmella said that she was going to apologize to John Cena
Said, John Cena, I'm sorry.
for what I'm going to do to Nikki at
I'm going to do this to your girlfriend
TLC.
at TLC.
And then she
Pay-per-view.
said she's going to hit Nikki so hard
That her boo-boos.
her Bella twins
Right.
are going to come out through her back.
Nikki's boobs are going to come out of her back. That's how hard she's going to hit her in the chest. That the boo-boos are going to go to the back. A little weird. That's an odd thing to say to somebody. Because it's not a good visual. It's like a Cronenberg film. Something weird.
I know.
Yeah, it's no good. Anyways, Nikki didn't like the sound of that, so she came running out, head full of steam, and attacked Carmella.
And they fought.
And they fought. They did. It was a no DQ
Well, it wasn't a match.
fight.
But here's the thing. When Carmella was delivering her promo,
F-A-B.
she was talking about her opponent for the evening, which I'm assuming wasn't Nikki.
Yeah.
So speculate, who was Carmella's opponent going to be?
Mojo Rawley. Obviously. I
don't-
thought that was obvious.
I don't think that's correct.
I'm pretty sure that's who it was.
Pretty sure you're wrong.
Who do you think it was? Ember Moon. Brie Bella.
I think there was never a match scheduled.
Really?
That it was scheduled to be
Why would she lie?
an altercation between Carmella and Nikki Bella.
That's too real, man. Who did Randy poop in their bags?
I don't remember.
It was some girl, I think. Could be wrong about that. Was it X-Pac? Ambrose Asylum with James Ellsworth. Yeah, so there was an Ambrose Asylum. So number one reason to nap, and number two reason to nap is James Ellsworth
Would
was
it
the
be
guest.
B number 2?
And then the reason to wake up would be AJ Styles, the world title
I
champion.
kind of zoned out during the Ambrose Ellsworth business.
Dude,
but
I'm
were they just talking
so-
about Ellsworth getting a contract? That was the whole point of it, right?
man. It's so boring now. It's so boring. I am so ready for this to be done with. What number do you think Ellsworth is going to enter in the Royal Rumble? Because you know he's going to take up a spot.
Oh, I know.
He's going to waste a spot. Who would you rather see in the Royal Rumble who's not on the roster right now, who isn't Kurt Angle in the Royal Rumble?
I can name a lot of people.
Name one.
Jay Lethal.
Jay Briscoe. Okay, only guys with the first name that starts with a J.
Johnny Mundo.
Shit. Didn't think you'd be able to pull that one off. John Laurinaitis. Go ahead.
Wait, what is the...
What's to start with a J?
But are there any other stipulations?
No.
John Cena.
No, not on the active roster.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, AJ Styles.
Jack Evans. He's in Lucha Underground.
There you go. You just made that up. His name is Silas. AJ Styles comes down.
What about this guy?
Jesse Ventura. There you go. I like it. Good job. There you go. Anybody else? Justy Rhodes. AJ Styles comes down, starts running down Ellsworth. Come on, we're getting to the good part.
Oh, sorry.
He comes down, runs down Ambrose, runs down Ellsworth. Kind of awkward. But then, thank God, he starts lighting everybody up. He destroys Dean Ambrose, I think. All I know is that you said, holy shit, while I was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I came back, and Styles had given Ellsworth a frickin' Styles clash, and thank God I saw the replay. from the top of the steps.
The ring steps.
The ring steps to the mat. Ellsworth had his head. It was glorious how he just did this the entire time, and you're totally safe. He lifted his chin up all the way, I know he ain't got a chin, his head, whatever.
Joey Ryan.
Fuck, that's a good one.
He's right behind you there.
Oh man, that's so good. John Lennon. He's dead though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was a good moment. It was. Is it worthy of a go home? No. Might be a good match though.
Yeah, what do you think the odds are that this was to write James Ellsworth off TV for a while to keep him out of the main event at TLC? Or is he going to come running out with a neck brace to interfere?
I mean, I don't have a lot of faith that that's not going to happen. I would love to think that that would be the case, but I just don't have faith that that's going to be the case. And I think that come next Tuesday, we're going to get more James Ellsworth and Dean Ambrose.
Jeff Hardy.
Fuck. Man, you're lighting up. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay.
He was, 3 years ago he was in the room.
No, I said okay.
Yeah. Kane versus Luke Harper happened. Oh, we mentioned that.
Yeah, we talked
that was
about
a really
that
good
already.
match. Then the Wyatts had their matches against the American Alpha. Like we said, good match. This was a really good match.
It gave American Alpha a really good spotlight to show what they can do in the ring, and they are great.
Jason Momoa.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave him a lot of time. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, that was it.
No, it was a good match. A lot of good spots here. Luke Harper showed up.
Jean-Paul Levesque.
Oh, not in the active roster. He's on the active roster.
Triple H's.
Oh, good point. Oh, you went. Okay, I get it. Stop doing that because you keep on making me think about people that I want to see fight in the Royal Rumble that aren't James Ellsworth, that his name starts with a J.
Okay.
Jumpin' Jack Swagger. I'm pretty sure he's not on the active roster.
I think technically he is.
I don't think he is. And then, so after the Wyatts beat American Alpha, which they did, so what's American Alpha going to do at TLC? Nothing?
Yeah.
Are they literally in the same boat now as Mojo Rawley and what's his face and the other guys from the Time Traveler guys?
Yeah.
They're all in the same boat
Yes.
now. And the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
What other team am I missing? Oh, the Usos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So American Alpha, there you go. There's your
The Samoa Joe count.
No, because he's on the active roster.
Not on main.
And his name doesn't start with a J.
It does. Joe.
No. S. Satmoa.
So no one in NXT.
No one in NXT is allowed.
Okay.
Jerry Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett.
Nobody wants to see him. He's the one. No, I'd like to see Jeff Jarrett in there. He looks so happy. You see Cody Rhodes won the Next Gen Global. When's the last time Jeff Jarrett's promotion had a show?
I don't know.
I know what is it called? Global
Force Wrestling.
Wrestling show was Global Force Wrestling home. Nick Aldis is their champion.
What about Jim Neidhart?
Jim Neidhart, there you go. I'm so happy that he's in good shape. You know, he made it through the Hart family curse. Roster. Who's on Global Force Wrestling's roster? Is there anybody that starts with a J? Kale Sonnen's on their roster?
Really?
Jim Duggan. He's on their roster. Evidently, he's still around. Jim Cornette.
Anyways, while you do that,
I'm done.
Heath Slater and Rhino are backstage watching the finish to the tag team match.
Right.
And they're about to give an interview, and AJ Styles comes in.
He says, "Who cares about the tag team title?" And they said, and it was great because, again, like we said earlier, even in their 2 sentences they got in on AJ, they gave us an indication as to who they are.
Yes, just incredible.
Nobody wants to see Just Incredible. Jay Briscoe.
You already said Jay Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe. At Jadam Cole.
I almost said that earlier.
Jadam Cole, baby. So anyways, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you hear, "You bastard!"
Yeah.
And it's Dean Ambrose. Didn't even sound like him.
No, it didn't at all.
Jimmy Garvin.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. He comes in and he just starts blasting on AJ. They're in like the green room, so it's like a bunch of tables set up and stuff, and they're just fighting all around. And then we go to 205 Live.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So that SmackDown is really just a week.
There's only 3 matches.
This week was
Light on wrestling.
It reminded me of the first week after the brand split. Remember how Raw just killed it? And SmackDown was like, this feels like a really small, insignificant show.
Yeah.
No Cena makes it feel like an insignificant. And they need somebody big. They need a Roman Reigns, man. They
Or
need
Seth Rollins.
a Seth Rollins or a Roman Reigns.
Even a Sami Zayn.
Even a Sami Zayn. But I feel like Seth or Roman would do wonders.
Yeah.
And they're not really needed on Raw. Raw can make up with anybody else. So anyways, that's it. That's the show. TLC is coming up. We're going to do our predictions on Thursday.
Correct.
So yeah, we're going to answer some questions now.
Yes.
That sounds good. We have some video questions too.
We do. We have quite a few of them.
We have a couple video questions, and we're going to answer those after we're done with this batch of questions. You guys asked a lot of questions, so we're just going to run down and see if we can cover the bases here and see if you guys got any. Oh, I'm throwing up.
Goodness.
I know. See, that's what I deal with you all the time. Always throwing up. I don't know why I'm burpy now.
Oldest first, right?
Oldest first. We'll go from there.
Patreon champion Carlos Hackworth. Hey, friendos, what was the worst botch you have ever seen?
It's hard to top Undertaker at the WrestleMania 26.
Oh, yeah.
And Shawn Michaels 25.
Yeah,
It's
where
25.
he dove out of the ring.
He dove out of the ring, and that idiot was supposed to catch him.
Yeah.
And HBK tries to pull him in his direction in Undertaker's path, and he doesn't get there in time, and Undertaker nearly kills himself. Dude, that could have been so bad.
What about Brock doing the shooting star press?
That could have been so bad.
Here's another one I thought. I don't know if it's technically considered a botch, but when Undertaker chokeslammed Mick Foley on top of Hell in the Cell, and the cell botched.
Cell botched?
Yeah.
The cell botched.
That was bad.
That was bad. Yeah, those are all bad. Lita folding herself in half backwards ways on that Raw main event. That was bad. Sin Cara in any match. Pretty bad. Mainly botching. Yeah. Let's see here. Jose GGR. Is how the WWE, specifically JBL, are treating James Ellsworth isn't making you uncomfortable at this point? JBL just naturally likes to bully things. Mm-hmm. And so that's just in his blood. You can't really fault him for that. That's just in his DNA. I would really love tape on that Joey Styles punch.
Oh, yeah.
Joey Styles punch JBL into submission. It's making you uncomfortable. I don't think their treatment of James Ellsworth is making uncomfortable, because it's all just a show. It's not making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I just don't like seeing James Ellsworth.
Yeah. John Herkoff. Book a corporate Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Legacy.
Here it is. Undertaker. It's, he's like, my legacy will no longer be defined at WrestleMania. It'll be defined on the stock market. And then he goes to like Pat Patterson. Hey, Pat, how do I cash in my WWE
Well,
stocks?
JBL is a financial guy.
Yeah.
So he can go to JBL for financial
Pat
advice.
Patterson says, oh, go talk to JBL. He'll help you out. And then he said, hey, John, what do I do with my stock? He said, you invested in WWE? That's the dumbest thing to do, Taker. And then Taker says, oh, no. He said, let me look at your portfolio. What is that? I'm not a good artist. Nicholas Viola. Who was the last guy who can go from crazy intense to absolutely hilarious as seamlessly as Dean? Dean doesn't really go to absolutely hilarious, in my opinion. I'm glad that Nicholas likes it.
Yeah, Dean is maybe chuckle-worthy.
He's chuckle-worthy. But he's correct here.
Kurt Angle.
It has to be Kurt Angle. And I agree. Stone Cold Steve Austin during his heel run.
I was about to say that too.
He was great.
Just Adam Mayhem. Fantasy book WrestleMania with the roster you have, or we have. Mm-hmm. No one is injured.
We've kind of done that along the way. Like, okay, if you want a fantasy book, who would you want? Who would you want facing Brock Lesnar? Okay, mine is Shinsuke Nakamura, Brock Lesnar.
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar is at your WrestleMania. I would say Samoa Joe takes on I would say Rusev Goldberg, since we're going to have Goldberg there. Who would you have?
Against Goldberg?
Yeah.
Rusev's good.
Rusev, samesies. Okay. Who would you have Shinsuke Nakamura take on, if anybody?
If not Brock,
Yeah.
AJ.
AJ versus Shinsuke Nakamura. That's a really good one. I like that one a lot. I might have to switch mine. Women's title match. I would have it a three-way. Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha.
I would have Bailey and Sasha.
Bayley and Sasha. Sasha's heel? Mm-hmm. All right. Who'd you have Charlotte facing?
Ronda Rousey.
Ooh, damn it. You're killing it right now. You're killing it right now. I love it. Who would Kenny Omega face? Jay Briscoe.
Seth Rollins.
Kenny Omega versus Finn Balor.
Okay, yeah.
That's what you have to do.
That's good.
No, three-way dance. Former Bullet Club leaders.
But AJ's already in a match.
Take AJ out of that match. Who is he fighting?
Shinsuke.
Shinsuke. Add that four-man dance. Bullet Club, all New Japan guys. There you go. And then Young Bucks versus American Alpha versus who's good on Raw? The Club.
Yeah.
Club versus the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
All Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. It's all booked. Let's see here. KJ from NY. Who's more likely to hold the title by Mania? Goldberg? Undertaker? Yes.
Yes.
James Ellsworth?
Undertaker.
Undertaker probably will hold the title. He'll probably take from AJ at the Rumble.
Yep. Haven Elric. With Braun Strowman getting rid of his piss pants, who's the WWE superstar that should get a makeover? Roman needs to lose the vest.
Yes.
And Breezango need to wear Reno 911 short shorts.
I mean, why not? That makes sense at this point. Come out in a variety of stripper outfits.
Who else, though, needs a makeover?
Okay, so my biggest problem was in the past had been... Okay, I got a couple answers. My biggest problem in the past had been Bo Dallas, but I think they fixed him. I think they fixed his... Remember how he was wearing like social outcast stuff?
Yeah, that's gone.
I think they got rid of that.
Yeah.
So he's good. Ty Dillinger's stupid collar for the pay-per-view.
But he only wears that for special shows.
It's terrible.
No, it's good.
It's so bad.
It's great.
That's so bad.
So good.
All right, well, you go. What do you want? Who do you want to change? I don't think I've... Usually you guys know. If I've noticed anything that really bugs me, I'll say.
You've mentioned Dean Ambrose before.
Yeah, I know. But what? Okay, the problem with Dean... I don't like that he wears jeans. What's the alternative? Actual wrestling gear?
I know.
You can't do anything with him.
I know.
If anybody should have stuck with the SWAT team thing, it should have been him.
Exactly.
You know. Let's see here. Adam Fella, on a scale of 1 to 10... I'm sorry, on a scale of 1 to Joey Styles. How much does JBL act? How much do you think? Do you think JBL actually hates Ellsworth? Are we ever going to see a Legends with JBL with Ellsworth? No,
I don't think so.
That'd be pretty funny though. They should do that. They should. WWE should do like a SNL type sketch show where they do that kind of shit.
Isn't that what Edge and Christian was?
Yeah, kind of. So let's just bring that back.
I think they're supposed to do a second season of it, aren't they?
Really?
Yeah, I thought so.
That's dope. You're up.
Joshua Martinez. Why is Tom Phillips on commentary?
I noticed that Morrow made a point tonight. I don't know if he's done this in the past because I try not to listen to Morrow, but he said, and over there, our host, Tom Phillips. Is Tom Phillips only supposed to talk like either when spoken to or when like in between matches or some shit?
I think he only or predominantly speaks when he's on camera.
Right.
Like I don't think he actually calls matches.
Okay, that makes sense.
Which I don't know why he's at the commentary
desk. Why would
desk
he be there then? That's so annoying. Yeah. Randy says, how about Paul Heyman managing a new heel Apollo Crews on SmackDown Live? Apollo Crews is so far below Paul Heyman. Like Paul Heyman manages guys who are up here. Apollo Crews. Okay, who should manage Apollo Crews? James Ellsworth. With his weird little mouth.
Retired Dwayne Nix. I know we're all pretty much over this Ellsworth experience, but I know I wasn't the only one who cringed during that Styles Clash spot off the ring steps. Are we getting close to the end of Ellsworth sanity?
Speaking of which, Ellsworth should join Sanity. That'd be rad.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Make him their mascot. That'd be cool. What if like he gets fired as SmackDown's mascot? or now that he's signed to a contract, he's not actually their mascot anymore.
So he can
But
be
he
on SmackDown and be Sanity's mascot on NXT?
Yeah, he like goes, he tries to be mad, like to pick up extra cash.
Yeah.
Because they didn't give him a downside guarantee.
No.
So he's making like $1.50.
There were a lot of Ellsworth chants on SmackDown tonight.
I know. They need to understand that that's gimmicks like that will get chants.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to seriously see that shit, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't chant for it. If I was at an SPW show here in Sacramento, I would probably still boo Ellsworth. I'm so sick of him. I wish people start booing the crap out of him. That'd be rude, though. Jason the Cabbie. With Chad Gable looking more and more like the lead singer of Bon Jovi.
No.
Oh, Bon Flexi. Jason's making jokes. The all bodybuilder John Bon Jovi tribute band. Who would you guys form a cover tribute band with? And what band would be your primary focus?
So we'd be forming the band.
Yeah.
Good question.
Creedence. Creedence. Let's form a Creedence cover band.
Who would you form the band with? So we have to bring in other people.
Yeah, you. Creedence.
No, us and other people.
Oh, us and other people. Us? Okay, listen to this. Us, we bring in John Fogerty. Creedence cover band.
It's not really a cover band then. It's John Fogerty.
Us and Jeff Lynne covering ELO.
Same thing.
ELO cover band.
Same thing.
Us and Tom Petty in a Wilburys cover band.
Okay, that's closer to something that might actually work.
A Wilburys cover band.
They only had the one album, right?
No, they had a couple.
Oh, okay.
They had, I think, well, they had at least two. It might have had three. I think the first one, Orbison wasn't there because he died after the first one.
Yeah.
Like
After they recorded the first one.
after they recorded it.
Yeah.
Joey Carranza. Oh, no. I don't want to answer these questions. I'm tired of talking about this.
Another fun wrestling question. I know you two are not blessed with time, but would love more content. Might I suggest a second channel?
Uh-oh.
Pure 2K17 gameplay, exhibition matches every day
Oh, my God.
by the fun community set up by a fan site. Joey would offer, with the help of some other friendos, to run it for free. You get more content, be overall viewers of cards.
I won't.
Oh, we would be the overall reviewers of cards. Sorry.
You would be the okay. How about this? Take us out of the equation, and anything you guys want to do on YouTube as like a group effort, using Friendo Unified Championship or Network Creations. I don't care. I don't care. They can do what they want, right?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. you
Like
know.
pretty soon, I'll upload the Fun Arena,
Yeah.
the fun roster of superstars.
Yeah.
And we talked about it when we announced what we were going to be doing with Fun Wrestling, that we'll upload everything and people can play matches, upload them to YouTube. If we really like them.
Well, that's one thing that I'd like to do once this really gets into stand. I know a lot of people want to ask about the draft.
Yeah.
We will announce a date.
It's going to be relatively soon.
And it'll be relatively soon, but you guys will have some time to really get your shit together and like solidify your characters and upload them.
Yeah.
By the time we do it, so you guys will know that date. We haven't started that yet, obviously.
Yeah.
But what I would like to do is we're not going to start a second channel or anything. We're not going to do that. If you guys, if there are members of your group out there, if you guys want to coordinate through either an Amino, the Wrestling Amino app, if you want to do that. If you guys want to coordinate your own channel and upload stuff, we'd be more than happy to give a shout out to it. We ask that you keep things, within the realm of being like not offensive. Keep it all in good fun. And like you said, what we will do is put a playlist on our channel. And if anybody wants to send us YouTube links of their fun or fuck creations out there, doing the business. Then if we enjoy the content, then we'll hit like so that other people can see what other people are doing and what creations are out there.
I believe in our video previously, we referred to it as our house show.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Circuit.
So, Joey, all you guys out there, get together and do what you guys are going to do.
Yep.
Just, all we ask is that you make it inclusive. Don't be dicks or anything.
Yes.
That's all we care about. Just don't be dicks.
Yeah.
Going in Raw, gold medalist Michael Cruz. We have Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper in the Wyatt family. Besides Bo Dallas, can you name 5 other potential people you would want to join the Wyatt family? 5's a lot.
Yeah, 5 is a lot.
Let's say 3.
Okay.
You get one, I get one. We collaborate on one. Look at that.
Oh, beside Bo Dallas.
Look
Okay.
at that. It's like, look at that.
I see it.
Sexual.
Yeah.
That isn't Bo Dallas. I'm going to say this as my 2 or 1, whatever you want to call it. The Usos. But make them look like Tama Tonga, who I think is their cousin or something. Like with really cool, like weird looking, like dark thematically face paint. The Usos. Jimmy and Jay Wyatt.
I was gonna say
Jay and Bray.
Bray's sister.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good too. Let's see here. What about them Hosses in NXT?
Oh yeah,
Those guys, Djokovic and who else? Djokovic,
Tucker Knight,
Tucker Knight, and what's the other dude's name?
Otis Dovovich.
Djokovic. Let's see here. Barrick. If booked properly, I can see Luke Harper as a world champion. Do you guys agree?
No.
Don't see that one. I think he's a really talented guy.
Yeah.
I think he probably has a ceiling, which I think he can go a really long time and have a really lucrative career.
Yeah.
World champion, I don't see it.
He's won the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm. And that didn't really feel right. It was weird.
I'm really surprised that he and Eric Rowan never got the tag team belts.
Belts just seem odd for the Wyatts in general. Capturing prizes that aren't like souls and shit seems beneath them.
I'm sure there's a way they can work into the story.
I'm sure there's a way. I'm just saying at this point right now, I haven't seen it yet. Bray with the world title makes total sense.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that does make sense. But until he gets that, I don't like anybody having anything. That needs to be first. They need to go top down.
Yeah. Thomas L. So Vince McMahon calls and asks you to cast the WWE version of Friends exclusive to the WWE Network.
Okay.
He says He says that they can be people we cast from any era, and the show is 100% in kayfabe.
Okay.
So, who would you cast, and what would you call it? So it's Friends, the sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that familiar with Friends. I've seen a few episodes.
Yeah. Any era. I like that Vince is calling us and giving us this shit. I was like, Vince, practically, how does this work?
I know. Like, if we're going to cast people on the main roster, it's going to take them off the road.
All right, I'm going to do this. Edge and Christian. So we need 3 guys and 3 girls.
Correct.
Edge, Christian, and Mick Foley. And then on the girls' side, we need Bailey, Sasha Banks,
And Charlotte.
There you go. There's
But who would play who?
I don't care. Smappy Jones. In my opinion, when they booked Alexa Bliss as the number 1 contender, WWE Creative thought this might be a quick feud and get Becky Lynch an easy defense of her title. I don't think they expected Alexa to be this over as a heel. I know they'll be doing predictions later. Do you think she's earned a title run? Or do they need to keep Becky as the champ, do something different with the Raw Women's Division?
I'm pretty sure Becky will win. Mm-hmm. And the way they've been doing storylines since the brand split, they don't seem to be doing quick feud with anybody. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure when they booked this, they had every intention of doing this for a little while. Granted, the plans might have changed somewhat when Becky was out for 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. Maybe.
I think we're going to maybe see this time what they had originally planned for that match. Mm-hmm. And my gut is that Becky's going to win it.
Yep.
But there is that part of me that thinks they've come this far.
Yeah.
Anywhere Alexa goes from here would be going downhill.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they want to go that way with Alexa. I think Becky doesn't get injured. I don't think her character or whatever, her status, gets hurt from losing. I think Alexa's does. I don't know where Alexa goes.
You know, I thought watching SmackDown
But
today,
winning the belt does wonders for her.
Yeah. Well, I thought watching SmackDown today, and last week somewhat too, is I wonder if SmackDown is starting to show some effects from their limited roster. In terms of how the show is being booked. Because they can only move the pieces around. So that was my computer, I think.
No, that was mine. I see the thing.
They can only move the pieces around, the limited pieces they have around so many different ways to do new things.
Yeah.
I mean, James Ellsworth is practically a main eventer.
Yeah. No, I know. I agree. I mean, I think you're right about that.
And so they definitely feels like the show needs an influx.
Yeah. So I don't know. I have a lot of thinking to do between now and Thursday when we record our predictions episode. Let's see here.
Steve Eugene.
Because Jefferson Nakamura's question's up next. We already talked about that.
Sorry.
We already talked about that. He talks about the Irish thing. Steve Eugene, bonjour. I'd like to see a gatekeeper gimmick. Someone tired of green wrestlers being brought up too soon. So every week he wrestles an NXT wrestler. If they win, they stay. They lose, back to NXT. Who would you see in that role? Baron Corbin. It'd be great for Baron Corbin. You're
I
not
guess so.
worth it.
I guess so.
You're not good enough to be here.
What would be in it for Baron, though?
Money.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
All I need
Does he
is
get a bonus
money.
when he defeats the
Get
NXT
a
guys?
bonus. You're not good enough. Yeah, he's like, yeah.
That'd be actually kind of neat.
I know, I like that. Undisputed champion Marty Too Sweet. So do you think the reason that Cesaro wasn't on the posters advertising the Raw brand's tour to Switzerland in May is because he'll be on SmackDown by May? Or is WWE just being dicks, not putting him on?
I don't know.
I think sometimes there's just a bonehead move. You know what I mean?
I wonder if the posters they issued for that tour are kind of similar to posters they've issued for previous tours or something, and they just kind of switched out certain
That could
details.
be. I think it was just a bonehead
I don't know.
move.
That could be.
Let's see here. Juggernuts, the Going In Raw Grand Slam champion. The new patron here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
After watching your top Hell in a Cell matches video, I decided to check out the number one match on that list, the end of an era Hell in a Cell match between Triple H and Taker. Seeing how that match got the Friendo seal of approval, I thought I'd check it out. Now I understand why you guys said it's your favorite Mania match. The in-ring action was good, but what sold me on that match was the amazing storytelling. It was incredible. Can you guys think of any other matches where the storytelling was as good as or better? I would say John Cena, CM Punk, Money in the Bank, 2011.
Yeah.
I think that's another
I'd
storytelling
say
match.
Sasha Banks versus Bayley at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
Yeah. Let's see here.
East Bay Hardcore Champion Ricardo Reyes. Create a faction using only one wrestler or tag team from each of the major promotions.
Create a faction using one wrestler.
That's a good question.
Okay, well, New Japan, Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Ring of Honor, Young Bucks. WWE, Gallows and Anderson. And then the Raw, and then SmackDown, AJ Styles.
Okay, so you went the Bullet Club.
And then they're called the Bullet Club.
Very creative.
Thank you. Greg, you're going to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna
All right,
try one out.
Go ahead.
You didn't bring in anybody from TNA.
Nobody from TNA was in the Bullet Club. It doesn't work. The new Bullet Club member,
All right, I'm gonna
Broken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, Broken Matt Hardy.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of already painted myself in a corner.
Yeah, you did.
Broken Matt Hardy.
Okay.
Was it Paul London?
Okay, yeah.
From Lucha Underground.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Ring of Honor, though.
He's doing a weird drug gimmick now.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby. Okay. I like that.
TNA. Oh, I got TNA. Sorry.
No, what about from Ring of Honor, Kevin Sullivan?
Is he still actually wrestling?
I don't know, but I know he hangs around. He's at least a manager and some sort of weird spiritual guy.
Okay.
He's still doing the Dungeon of Doom stuff.
Okay.
Wait, was that his thing, Dungeon of Doom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On Raw.
Okay.
Man.
I think your faction sucks so far.
Who do I have again?
I don't know. A bunch of weird random shit. Hardy, Paul London.
I'm trying to create something original and cohesive. I think that's the point of the question.
It's like you've done the opposite of that.
I know.
Congratulations.
Next question.
Okay, Greg Burleson. Do we think Ambrose goes over at TLC? No. No way. Tim O'Donnell. If you can cast WWE superstars or even guys from other promotions to play various DC, Marvel superheroes and
I think
villains.
we've done that.
We've
before.
done that one before. Reference an old episode. It's like probably finding a pin in a haystack or needle in a haystack.
CJ Rebelli. Taz and What Culture pointed out that Enzo and Cass and American Alpha look like modern versions of the New Age Outlaws and Steiner Brothers. CJ is all for reusing gimmicks if it's done with subtlety and allowed creative freedom, so it's hardly noticeable. Thumbs up for those guys nailing it. Your thoughts? I mean, American Alpha. I can see the Steiner Brothers comparisons because they do the Steiner's finishing moves.
Yeah, on the surface, yeah, for sure, yeah.
They both have amateur wrestling backgrounds. I can see the similarity.
But if you know how stiff the Steiners were, and you can see how American Alpha is sort of that new, the new breed of wrestler where they really try to take care of each other. They don't really do stiff stuff. New Age Outlaws, Enzo and Cass.
I don't know if I really see that.
I don't know if I really see that too much. I mean, okay. Again, on the surface, their promo beats are kind of similar.
Yeah.
You know, Cass is the guy who says one thing.
Yeah.
And so is Billy Gunn. I kind of think that's where the comparison ends, though.
Yeah. Stylistically, in terms of how they wrestle, there's no comparison.
Yeah. Terrence Thompson, with the Wyatts on their way to tag team gold, Cena nowhere to be found, and Ambrose not being as entertaining as he once was, with the world title picture is thinner. The world title picture is thinner than it has been since the brand split. He's just saying the world title picture is thinner than it has been. How worried are you about the main event scene, presuming Cena returns after TLC and then leaves again? I'm not, because Undertaker's coming back.
Yes.
That's why I'm okay with it. But after Mania, they're going to have to address some things.
Yes.
Because Cena's probably going to be gone. Taker's probably going to be gone.
Yeah.
That's going to be an issue.
Gene the Grappler. What's up, friendos? Hi. So I was excited to watch 205 Live, but after the rumors of this show basically going to be filmed before SmackDown Live. No, it's supposed to be live.
It's live.
It has to be after SmackDown.
Yeah.
Is this the end of the Cruiserweight division, or is this division the replacement for main event or superstars? It's a live. I think it's live. It's 205 live.
It was actually happening as we. Yeah. So it's
Not,
live.
it's not before SmackDown.
I think this could be the sort of the middle of the beginning of the Cruiserweight division. You know what I mean? Like we're in the beginning of the middle of the beginning, because they needed this. Nate Morris, how would you book a Dean Ambrose heel turn, and how do you think it'd be received?
Have him turn on Ellsworth before the fans start booing Ellsworth.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one. Alex Foster, which current superstars need their own show, i.e. the Ambrose Asylum or highlight reel? Who needs their own show? Enzo and Cass at this point. They need their own show.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of not doing much.
Yeah, they're not doing anything.
They're using them for those advertisements for WWE.
Which they do a great job with.
Look, they do a great job.
They do a great job. James Rodriguez, do you think Alexa Becky can match the Sasha Charlotte feud? No. They don't have the backstory, first of all, because Sasha and Charlotte have a whole backstory of stuff they did in NXT.
Right, exactly.
They have all that.
Yeah.
Plus, they came up to Maine together as part of the Women's Revolution. They've been up on Maine for, a couple years almost?
Yep.
Then you get to their feud they've been having ever since, for the last 10 months or a year. So no.
And Alexa just isn't there yet as a wrestler. I mean, she's just not.
Yeah.
Donnie Hayes, if you guys could pick a TV show or movie character and make into a
Hoss.
Oh, a Hoss wrestler. It's H-O-S-S. Who would you pick? I think Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec has the body, attitude, and stash to be WWE's top Hoss. Thanks. And
that's a great answer.
That is actually a great answer. Sipowicz from NYPD Blue, Dennis Franz.
Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, there you go. There's a Hoss. Anthony Kniper. With Shinsuke and Joe having their rematch before the next NXT TakeOver, do you think that is because one or maybe both will debut at the Rumble? Also, what chance do we have both winning? Okay, so Shinsuke is going to win this at the, I think it's in Japan. So they're filming a show in Japan. He's going to win it there.
Yeah.
Which probably means he's going to be sticking around long enough for Bobby Roode to take the title off him somehow. So there you go.
Maybe, how long do you think it'll be till Bobby Roode takes the belt off him? Do you think it could happen?
Take over before Mania.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's what I'm thinking too. We're going to be there.
Yep.
Nice.
Hidden Leaf Village champion Namikaze Minato.
What was the Hidden Leaf Village
I have
reference?
no idea.
That was a reference we made.
Really?
That was a reference.
That we made?
That was on our show. What's next for American Alpha?
I don't know.
They take on the Time Travelers?
The Vaudevillains are hardly on TV.
They take on the Road Warriors?
Maybe.
They take on Mojo Rawley?
No, they're both teams are faces.
Good point. I don't know. I assume maybe they get into it with the Wyatts, because I don't see them getting into it with Heath and Rhino. But then where do Heath and Rhino go? All good questions. So they need to go somewhere. Rob Gutierrez, how would you guys book the WWE?
Hold on. Hidden Leaf Village is a Naruto thing.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was us. How would you guys book the WWE title picture until Mania? We've kind of done that already.
Done it
if you're talking about AJ, he says AJ drops a Taker Rumble, Cena retires Taker, and Tyus Flair. That's what we think too. That's
Yeah.
what we think is going to happen.
Keel Tolliver. Hey, friendos, if you had a chance to celebrate Christmas and New Year's with a WWE superstar,
Oh, let's see. These questions are great.
yeah, and a woman, past and present, who would it be? His would be Stone Cold and Charlotte Flair.
Well, right here, Liam Wagner, the Friendo Block Party World Champion, he responds to this on the thread, and he says
Yeah.
Mojo Rawley because drugs, sex, 69s, cocaine, alcohol, orgies left and right, and just dingus everywhere. All nude everything.
Well, no, plenty of Zubaz pants.
All Zubaz, if you like. It's Zubaz, but with a hole in the dingus. So it's just Zubaz and dingus and balls, right? So that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want Mojo Rawley for Christmas and New Year's all the way through to spring break.
Yeah, that's kind of the right answer.
And then once tax season's over, then you're good. Damon Cruz. I've been catching up on Adam Cole, baby, and he's now one of my favorite wrestlers. I gotta figure that out. I gotta get his DVD with the Sears Glamour shot on the front. However, he isn't the only one that yells baby. So out of Cole, Slater, or Jericho, who does the best? Baby!
Jericho.
Jericho. I mean, it's so Jericho.
Lower atmospheric champion Lord Craiglesworth Esquire III. Hey, friendos, is this really it? Have I finally followed the buzzards long enough to see the Wyatts win gold?
Uh-oh. Is that gonna happen? Wyatt's winning gold?
Hold on, he has a question still.
That is the question.
No, there's another question mark here. It sure seemed like WWE is completely done with Slater, Rhino, as even their own interview, their only real action tonight, was dwarfed by the world title. And if so, do we see the astonishing American Alpha Wyatt fight turn to amazing feud?
Again, you just read like the way too much of that question.
Well, I had to get to what the real question
The
was.
Wyatt's going to win gold, then they're going to feud with the American Alpha.
Yeah.
Stephen Fenner, Stephen Larson have their own sex toy company. Who is your WWE TV sex toy salesperson?
Again,
Listen.
Liam Wagner.
Liam Wagner on top of this. Mojo Rawley, just 69. Like, just look at this guy. Then he uses it all himself, and then he brings out a good consensual friend, plutonic friend to help a woman to help him demonstrate it. And it's and it's like you can only find it on Pornhub. Like this isn't like those. Have you ever seen? Because I got the antenna TV,
Yeah.
right? So late at night they got those sex toy commercials, and they're so lame.
Really?
Like nothing happens. It's just some lady who looks like she's way too sophisticated with these massive dildos, and she's like,
I've never seen those
"Look
before.
at this model." I wouldn't expect anybody would because they're only on antenna TV, and I have antenna TV. It's on a Decades channel where they show old Johnny Carson's. And but then at 3 o'clock in the morning they
Yeah.
show these dildo commercials.
That's weird.
So it's all these different sex toys.
Can they show that on TV?
butt plugs? Well, they don't show them going in anywhere.
Well, I know,
They don't show
but-
penetration, but you can show something that looks like a dick with a friggin' butt plug on it.
Really?
A little butt tickler. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But instead of that later, I'd buy it if it was Mojo Rawley. I don't know what to do with this thing, but Mojo is a damn good pitch man. Hey, or Enzo and Kat, hey, you guys like dildos?
Friendo Block Party World Champion Liam Wagner.
Here he is, the man.
Music is Liam Wagner's passion,
Nice.
second being wrestling. With
Right.
music being an important aspect to a superstar's entrance, what rock or metal group would you want to see play any superstar's theme at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And he also, he'd love to see Motorhead be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Well, we figure this is 20 WrestleMania. Where's Triple H from? He's from up East Coast.
New Hampshire, I
New
think.
Hampshire, okay. So they're going to have it in some big arena in New Hampshire.
I don't think there's any arenas in New
Probably
Hampshire.
not. Big stadium show there. That's the year that Triple H is going to get inducted in the Hall of Fame. As Triple H, like the game, as John Paul Levesque, the character.
But also as Paul Levesque.
But also as Paul Levesque.
Himself.
The talent guy.
But also as Triple H COO.
Also as Triple H COO.
And also as Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Hunter Hell
and terrorizing.
And that's it, I think.
I think so.
And DX and Motorhead. They're all in
and
there.
Evolution.
How can I forget Evolution? They're all in.
So what?
And the 2-man power trip.
Yes. But there's actually, they can induct
Oh, and
him.
that's the year China's going in too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can also induct him as the two versions of DX. Him
Yeah, that's
and
right,
Shawn
yeah,
Michaels
yeah.
as well as
Yeah, New Age
post.
Outlaws.
Yes,
and
the post Shawn
X-Pac.
Michaels
Yeah.
version. So a metal or rock band that can play a wrestler's theme at WrestleMania.
Okay, who's wrestling? Whose theme do I really like? Oh, I like Shinsuke's, but I I like Samoa Joe's. It's pretty good. I like. Who else do I like?
It's got to be Ty Dillinger.
Oh, God. Put everybody to sleep, please. And Moby. Moby plays it on his laptop. Oh, man. I want to play. I want to hear Soundgarden when Adam Cole debuts.
Oh, there you go.
They're gonna play Black
Coal Sun.
Black Coal Sun. Yeah. Bronier, Solano, Cabero. Hope you guys watch Talking Smack because The Miz as his real life persona, Mike Mizanin, was just great. Okay, well I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. Patrick Sparks.
Hey, Frandos.
So plenty of wrestlers own their own schools, wrestling schools. Which retired star would running a school be best for, and what current superstar should retire to open their own school?
Okay. Scott Steiner needs to open up a wrestling school because if you guys have seen his workout DVD, it's amazing.
Yes.
I think the whole effing show did a video where they do commentary. It's absolutely hilarious.
What about CM Punk open a wrestling school?
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be good.
Yeah.
He knows everything about. How would you feel about that, Phil? I'm in the middle of something right now, Steve-O. All right, Phil, sorry.
Which current superstars should retire to open a school?
Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Ziggler. That'd be good.
That would be good.
Yeah. Eddie Min. SmackDown ever went on for 3 hours. Would you guys be happy to add another championship title like the Hardcore belt? Baron Corbin would be my pick to get the belt first by beating up Kalisto in the women's locker room because why not? That sounds exactly correct. So, yes, I do believe. Not a hardcore belt. They can't do that.
Network title. We got video questions before we do trivia.
All right. Well, what do we got first?
First, from Kevin Larb.
Hey, Stephen Larson. Kevin Larp here, and I have a question that maybe you guys can shed some light on. So I was going back on the WWE Network the other day, and I was watching some old WCW matches because I didn't really watch a lot of WCW. And after good matches, after bad matches, fans would throw garbage in the ring. And I found that really kind of strange because even after a really good match, popcorn would come flying, pop would come flying into the ring, and they would fill up with garbage. And that was really, really strange to me. It didn't really make a lot of sense. Was that just something that happened back in the day? Did that originate from somewhere? Does arena security just not care? Did they maybe encourage it or something? I don't really know. It would seem bizarre and nowadays to see like the end of the Goldberg Brock Lesnar match to see fans throwing stuff into the ring and being able to get away with it. Now I think that fan would get ejected and there would be charges. But back in the day, I mean, you see piles and piles and piles of trash being thrown into the ring, and that's really kind of strange to me that you would show such disrespect to the performers or whatnot. Do people just not give a damn back in the day? I don't really know. Thought you guys might be able to answer that question for me. Thanks. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, Kevin. For you friendos out there who want to submit a video question at the $20 Patreon mark.
Yep.
$20 a month Patreon mark. You guys can do that.
Yes.
Kevin Larb has a good question. Why did they allow so much trash to be thrown in WCW rings? The funny answer is because it was WCW and the fans knew what they were doing. I honestly don't know. I didn't even notice.
I don't believe in the question he mentioned what year or years.
I would like some
this
clarification
material is
because
from.
That sounds amazing.
But I mean, like during the early NWO years,
yeah.
Shoot, actually, like a lot of from '96 onward, a lot of matches I'm remembering now had trash being thrown in the ring.
I just remember the Bash of the Beach. I don't remember anything.
No, the other times, like I can remember a couple NWO beatdowns that closed the show where people started throwing trash in the ring.
Short answer, I guess, is the end of the show, and so they didn't really. I mean, what's security going to do? Toss you out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
Yeah, can't do anything.
And also, those are the days when things weren't as uptight. Like, you know, these days you're afraid somebody's going to throw some freaking anthrax in the ring. You know, it's like back then nobody really knew that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a changing of the times, man. But I want to know some of that because I want to look at some of those matches.
Okay,
they're probably great. And next,
Vincent Palmieri.
Vincent, let's see what he has to say.
Hey friendos, Vince here with another question for you guys. So I've been watching ECW this weekend, Hardcore TV on the network, and it's great. I've expressed how much I enjoy ECW, but I'm watching it again, the first time in a couple of years, and it still holds up. And part of the reason why I think it still holds up is that music in that show is used incredibly well. Like, every wrestler, every character on the show has music that plays for them. In the case of New Jack, it plays throughout his entire match, and you just get excited every time you hear it. And I think music is just an important part of wrestling, you know what I mean? So I'm going to challenge you guys with a question here, to basically pick a song, relatively popular song in recent history, and apply it to a theme or a match or a feud or something like that in the current day WWE.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thank you, Vincent.
Yeah, ECW is great. Like, that hardcore TV sometimes is hard to watch because of the chair shots to the head.
Yeah.
But he is right. They use music in a very, very effective
Yes.
way. I don't know, like, what kind of music. None of the music I ever listened to would be appropriate for wrestling, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think Bon Iver
Yeah.
would translate well.
Yeah. Run the Jewels.
Yeah, Run the Jewels
That
would.
sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
That'd be cool.
Some video packages. You know, I actually did notice whatever song they used for, I think it was NXT TakeOver Toronto, there was some punk song or like a metal song. It was like a metal song. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It wasn't cheesy metal.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheesy punk.
I wonder if we're thinking the same song, because I had the same
Maybe, because I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. This isn't cheesy. This is kind of neat. I got the feeling in my head. I was like, I wonder if Corey Graves chose this, because he
Yeah.
seems like he'd be savvy
Yeah.
about the music stuff. Yeah, Run the Jewels.
Yeah, Run the
There's your
Jewels.
answer.
Patrick Sparks.
Hey friendos, Pat here. So, spent a little time the other day creating a new superstar on 2K17, and I must say, while creating the moveset for one Bruiser Beefcake, the big hoss of all big hosses, I noticed that there was a bunch of suplex variations, powerbomb variations, or just bomb variations, and slam variations. That being said, if you had to get rid of one of those entire movesets and every variety of move that came with it, what would you choose, why, and how do you think it would affect wrestling's history in the past and continuing forward? Thanks, friendos. Oh, and when's the draft date? Because getting a video together for Bruiser Beefcake is very difficult because the replays in 2K17. I don't like it. It sucks. Thanks, friendos.
Thanks, Patrick. Suplex. The suplex. What's the point of the suplex?
That's every suplex.
The suplex did that used to be a finisher?
Probably.
Like the standard suplex. I'd get rid of the suplex. What'd you get rid of?
The body slam and all its variations. Doesn't seem as impactful as power bombs or suplexes.
Yeah, I know, but then you never have. What could Hogan have done to Andre if he
Power bombed him?
Hogan was never going to powerbomb anybody, let alone Andre the Giant. The body slam was very important back in the 80s.
I understand that.
You can replace every suplex with a pile driver, and it'd be the same thing.
Actually, that's what I'd get rid of, pile driver.
Really?
Imagine how many
package pile drivers are great.
I know, but how many
So
people's
amazing.
careers could have been elongated if they hadn't taken so many pile drivers and the impact on the neck?
How many awesome pile drivers were you be losing out on? Suplex, for sure. Suplex is a stupid move.
No, it's not.
It doesn't even make sense.
It makes tons of sense.
Yeah, a little bit of sense. Is that it? Oh, we got one more.
Jason the Cabbie.
Jason.
Steve Larson, friendos everywhere, both domestically and worldwide. It's your old pal Jason the Cabbie. Now, I've been going back through the vaults of the WWE Network, watching a lot of old matches, and it occurred to me that even in this era we live in, with a lot of performance centers and programs designed to really gloss and shine up a performer before they hit TV, it's pretty unlikely that you're going to have a performer out there that just for their first time out has struck upon a gimmick that actually works right from the get-go. A lot of times people have to go through several different iterations of themselves before they find that magic one that does the job. Let's use, for example, the Sandman in ECW and his original shtick of being a surfer dude. Bleach blonde, got the wetsuit and the surfboard that he DDT'd people on, and it was pretty hilarious and wonderful. So that being said, what are some of your favorite first versions of guys? Doesn't necessarily have to be from a certain company. Could just, or even a certain era. Just what you know is kind of the first time out for some of these people. Basically.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Shit, good question. Usually it's the opposite. Usually, like, the first version of something is crap, then they make it better. Best first version of something. I don't know if I've ever said, man, I really miss when he was... Oh. Okay, it's not first version.
What?
John Cena's first over version, his Thugonomics thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the better version of John Cena. CM Punk's first version when he was like wrestling at high school gymnasiums and he'd be dropping the C word on women left and right. It was so shocking.
What about
what?
early Randy Orton?
Oh yeah, when he would just be punting old people in the head. Yeah, who doesn't love that? That's cool. That's awesome. First version of who? What was his first version?
Running away from Bruiser Brody.
That's right, it was. What else we got here? I was looking around. First version of Sting. Him and the Warrior as the Blade Runners looked really cool.
I know.
They had a really cool look to them. Like they wore black and then like black like eye paint kind of thing. They looked really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blade Runners. That's my answer.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
What is this called that we do?
We never named it.
Give you one. See if you know it. See if you've seen it already. Have you done that already?
No.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at this one here. You got that one already? La-di-da.
Wow, these are pretty easy. You're going to do well this week.
Now listen. Oh. Okay, cool. All right. I don't think I've had this one before.
All right. Ask me first.
All right. What superhero took part in the 2002 Royal Rumble match?
Superhero?
Yeah.
(2002).
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Oh, the Hurricane.
The Hurricane. There you go. Well, you got it. You got it. That's
okay.
fine. That's
all right.
fine.
All right.
Come on.
What two siblings comprise...
I'm so easy on you. What?
Sometimes.
What two siblings comprise what?
The team of the Funk Brothers.
Oh, Terry Funk and Dory Funk.
Which Dory?
Junior.
Yeah, see, I'm nice to you too.
Okay.
Put up a digit.
No, hold on a second, dude.
What?
I'm sorry. Pick another one. Marissa was asking me a bunch of these questions the other day.
Oh.
I already knew that one. Just pick another one and ask me the first question. Hell honest.
Well, I mean, you should know that one anyways.
Yeah, I know.
But you remember that card?
No, but I thought, didn't Terry Funk, because I told her, didn't Terry Funk and Flash Funk team together at one point?
I don't know if they did WWE.
Okay. Anyways, what's the first question?
What shocking stunt did Roddy Piper pull for his match against Bad News Brown at WrestleMania 6?
Oh God. Yeah, I didn't get this one, but that's the one where he did half blackface.
Mm-hmm.
Very uncomfortable. All right, so we each got one.
Yeah.
Which WWE Hall of Famer ran for mayor in 1999?
WWE Hall of Famer ran for mayor in 1999. Ventura.
No, Jerry Lawler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not an obvious answer, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
All right.
A quote from what 1844 novel by Alexander Dumas is tattooed on MVP's body?
What's the author again?
Alexander Dumas.
And he was a what? 18th century?
1844. It's a quote from what 1844 novel?
Oh, man. Whatever I say, I'm going to sound stupid.
This guy is known for writing 2 fairly famous books.
1844.
Yes.
I don't even know, man. What?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, okay.
I think he wrote 3 Musketeers, too.
Okay, I do not know any of that shit. At their combined weight, who are the heaviest world tag team champs in history? I think I would have got this one.
I guess I'll say Brothers of Destruction.
The Natural Disasters.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if they
They're
were tag team
huge.
champions, though. Darn it. We each have one, right?
Yeah.
Who is the only superstar to win the WCW, WWE, and ECW championships? Good question.
Okay, hold on a second. WCW, WWE, and ECW.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fuck. Unless I'm missing something super obvious. Rob Van Dam?
Well,
that's right. That's fucking right. Fuck. Who is responsible for instituting the 24/7 rule for the Hardcore Championship?
Oh, man. Oh, I should know that. Briscoe.
Crash Holly. Evidently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What 1990 action flick sequel was helmed by 12 Rounds director Rennie Harlan?
Wait, say that one more time.
What 1990 action flick sequel was helmed by 12 Rounds director Rennie Harlan?
Oh, okay. I think it was Die Hard 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Die Harder. It's Die
Yeah.
Hard 2.
Yeah,
right?
it's Die Harder, yeah.
Die Harder, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what variation of Die Hard
You
was
could have
it.
just said Die Hard 2. That would have been
Okay,
acceptable.
Okay. Yeah, 2, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is it, man. This is it. True or false? At WrestleMania 10, Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon contested in the first ever ladder match.
Well, it wasn't the first ever one. So false. They had a ladder match before that.
Okay, so I haven't looked at the answer. Do we agree that we go specifically by what the card says? Because there were several ladder matches before theirs. Oh, good. Okay. False. It was HBK versus Bret Hart in 1992.
Okay.
Okay.
You have one more question.
Oh, I got one more. I'm at 2.
Yeah, you'll get this one right, though.
Nice. Okay.
At 589 pounds, who is the heaviest man ever to hold the WWE Championship?
At how heavy?
589.
Yokozuna.
Mm-hmm.
So I got 3.
I got 2.
You got 2.
You get a
so
card.
I get 1 card.
Correct.
All right, hold on. I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit. I want this one here. Whatever this one is. I might already have this, though. Nice.
What do you have?
It's not The Undertaker. It's just heavyweight.
Hmm.
Or is it The Undertaker?
Well, that's
it says The Undertaker right there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he is a heavyweight.
Correct.
So I get the I still have The Undertaker. I've got Paul London.
And you have John Cena, too, don't you?
No, I've got a call out of some sort or
okay.
something. And I've got Rene Dupree, I think.
Yeah.
Or the other French guy.
No, I think it's Rene Dupree.
Yeah, I think so, too. So I'm doing pretty good. I've got the
You are.
Phenom.
You're in the lead.
I'm in the lead over here. But you're still up on me by 3.
For Kayfabe Corner, yep.
Over there on Kayfabe Corner on the Raw Show. So, yeah, anyways. We'll be back on Friday.
Well, Thursday for our TLC
for
predictions. Friday for Dirt Sheet.
Friday for the Dirt Sheet. And then this Saturday we got some good countdowns.
Correct.
Some count out. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for the patrons. And thank you for remember you hit that subscribe download button. Helps us out a lot. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.